My name is Misty Vogt, and I am the head of customer success and chief of staff at Orange Logic. I also am an adjunct professor, instructor at Rutgers University in their DAM and artificial intelligence program. How would I describe AI to someone that really doesn't know what the opportunity means for them in a business sense? And this is a lot of the way we frame the AI and DAM course. So I always like to reference things that are familiar, and one of those things is building teams with people. So we're used to building teams, building departments with multiple people that bring different skills to that team. And you wouldn't take a person who maybe is really diverse in their knowledge and say, here's the entire history of my business, and then expect that person to be effective. You would give them a very curated training set, and then you'll give them a little bit of responsibility. And then as they get better and prove themselves over time, then you'll give them a little bit more responsibility. And oftentimes that individual is part of a broader team. So when I'm explaining how AI works in the digital transformation sense and how we can take advantage of the opportunity today, I like to look at it with the lens of something familiar, like building a business. And it's a combination now of AI and human intelligence. And when those come together, we're starting to see some really beautiful things emerge. So what does this mean in DAM terms? First of all, DAM is very uniquely positioned to allow companies to take advantage of where we are in the maturity of AI today, from large language models to generative models, which is Stable Diffusion and Night Diffusion, for example. And how do we plug those into business processes while mitigating risk and capitalizing on the opportunity for efficiency and optimization? So what I'm seeing now is, from a readiness perspective, starting to set up the different models and train the models with either the content or business process. Let me give you an example, because I think that's the best way to look at it. Brand guidelines is a great example. So oftentimes today we see brand guidelines that are delivered to third-party creative agencies or partners via a Figma file, sometimes via a CMS, sometimes via the DAM. We offer this a brand portal. But it's fairly static, and it's delivered to humans, and then the humans kind of use it to guide their decision-making in the creative process. What we're now seeing is training agents on the brand and agents on the business, and then you query the agent. So you ask the agent, what is the font that I should be using? What's the size that I should be using? Does this match the culture? Where would I go in terms of localization? And then you give the agent a little responsibility, and over time it gets better and better and actually learns to adapt based on both the business and the creative. The DAM is uniquely positioned to allow you to capitalize on the AI opportunity because it's an information system that's governed. It takes content, it takes metadata that's organized in terms of schema, and it's been doing that since DAM was created. It was created to allow you to do that. So now, instead of making it easier for people to find content and understand how they can use it, we're teaching machines how to find content so then they can meet the individuals where they are. So what is Orange Logic doing to help you take advantage of this opportunity? Let me take a step back first. I meet with a lot of customers. I work with most all of the enterprise customers that we have at Orange Logic, and there's a common theme. And that common theme is the executives are saying, we need to start using AI now. We should be thinking AI first. And then the security and compliance side is saying, don't even think about AI, don't look at AI. We're not going to give it any of our data. We don't know where it's going. We don't know what's going to happen. It's very ungoverned right now and immature. And then you have the operator stuck in the middle. So the executives are saying, how are you going to use AI? You need to be thinking about this. We need to be ready. Where the compliance side is saying, we're not ready. Don't think about it yet. And the operators are left in the middle. So one of the things that really makes Orange Logic unique is we allow you to start thinking about how you're going to use it. You can completely construct agents using our Agent Studio and plug them into workflows in a staging sense. So what does it mean to stage it? You can visualize the workflow without actually activating the agent. So you know it's going to use a large language model. You can plug into Gemini or OpenAI. So back to the original example of brand guidelines, you might create a brand governance agent. You train it on your brand guidelines. You can't use it yet because the company hasn't gone through their security review, but you can put that in part of a workflow so you can visualize it. So today you might have a human that's doing that review or reference to a Figma file or brand guidelines environment, and then you can see where the agent fits into that workflow, and as soon as you're ready, activate it. So it's going to allow us to move very quickly once those security reviews start coming through, and we're already starting to see that maturity happen. To learn more, you can visit agentstudio.orangelogic.com, or you can email me misty.vogt, VOGT, @orangelogic.com.